Tom's taking Greater Lansing Local here with Gary Snellenberger on Lansing's north side. You know the name, Vets Ace Hardware. Gary, you love this place. You frequent this place.
Oh, often.
Yeah. And
they have a great motto. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
Shane Perdue, the owner. I'll tell you what, just that sign alone, and you got to tell me the story of how it got Vets Ace Hardware, and you go back a couple more generations in your family. So tell us the story if you could.
That is correct. So I'm third generation owner. I stand on the shoulders of giants, both my parents as well as grandparents. And the fun fact that really touches a heartstring is knowing that Vets Hardware gets its name from my grandfather when he returned from World War II. He and my grandmother, Luella Rolfe, Lou as everybody around Lansing knows her as, they started a fruit market. And Grandpa said, you know, what are we going to call this? You know, he says, you know, I want to name this after the boys that didn't make it home. And that's where Vets gets its name.
Beautiful. What a tribute.
Yeah, isn't it something?
Okay, so 52. Let's do the math here. So we're talking about 72 years of operation in retail, especially retail in Lansing's north side.
That's pretty good.
That's freaking awesome.
Yes, sir.
And you know, and when we walking back here, Shane, the back of the store, and that long time sign that you've had up there for who knows how long, it's like, I love crowded aisles with just product pouring over, you know, in a hardware. It smells like a hardware. Doesn't it smell like a hardware store? Oh, yeah. Whatever a hardware store smells like, you got it here, Shane.
Yes, indeed. You know, I hear folks will say that. And they'll come in and they kind of, initially they'll get a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And then they'll go, I just
what is it? I mean, it's like a tire store. We went to the tire and it's like rubber, but what is it about a hardware store?
It reminds me when I was a kid, my grandfather, he took me to the hardware store and we would work on this project and that project. And still today, we've got folks coming in with their families, their grandchildren, coming in and we're helping them solve their little project, the problems that they're facing, the plumbing, the electric issues, windows and screens. We do all of that.
Right.
You're right. They always say, if Vets Hardware doesn't have it, you don't need it.
Yeah. Well, and this is, I mean, people that come in here probably have some handiness to them, correct? The bulkier customer base, they know what they're looking for.
Let's just say that some of them do more than others.
Okay.
And the folks that don't, we're there to support.
You're there to teach them.
That's why we're there.
Between you and YouTube, hey, give it a try, right?
That's
you know,
right.
absolutely. Right. And I assume a lot of contractors would come in here, I would think.
We've got a lot of businesses that do their come in for product, they come in for assistance. Sometimes they come in and they bring their windows and screens because they're so backed up that they know that, that we can help get the job done a little bit quicker, save them some man hours out there as well.
Yeah, Snelly, when you come in, you don't live very far from here. I mean, right up Lake Lansing Road off the Prospect area. What typically do you buy here?
Well, I buy whatever I need, and I go to the front counter and I say, where is this? And they'll say, third aisle down, left-hand side, halfway. Or down here, take a right, take a left.
Okay, how do new employees learn where everything is, Shane? I mean, come on. Let's do a little walkthrough. Show me a little bit of some of this product line. Gary, go ahead.
Let's take a walk here.
Okay.
We've got all sorts of door hardware, garage door hardware, cabinetry materials, locks for mailboxes. It goes on and on. And not only do we have some old vintage hardware and such, but we've got newer products as well.
Okay.
So this is a great collection of vintage stuff, and I'll be honest with you, some of these are vintage prices.
You can't beat that.
I replaced the cabinet because I said, I got to clean this up a little bit. The cabinet had been there too long. We can set it all up. We got an old timer. He helped put it all together. It turned out great. I get a lot of folks who are chasing that, and I've got a huge selection of door locks and deadbolts and everything else.
My God.
We can get into our kitchen products. We've got some hard to find items. Oddities. People come in for the bun coffee makers. They come in for the old scoops and just all sorts of things. They come in for the signs, shoe repair. I mean, it really goes on and on. We carry the Lodge line, which is been around for ages. That's a very popular thing. Heck, we've even got a boomerang if you need one. So
Okay, so what is this aisle though? I mean, when you say, you got a variety of products just in this aisle alone.
So this,
but
is
you
our
know
house,
where it is.
Absolutely, this is our house.
This is crazy.
And it, the thing is, if you don't see it, you got to ask, because we probably know where it is.
Yeah.
And if we still don't have it, I'll get it for you. I
Yeah.
do a lot of specialty orders all the time.
That's awesome. Okay, let's head around this other aisle. You got some really cool stuff on the next aisle.
Now check that out. Now,
Okay.
I found this old Vets hardware sign. This was one of my original signs that my grandparents
my
had.
word.
Super cool. Let's head over this way.
Okay.
Over here, we'll enter.
Go ahead, Gary.
Another popular item is the selection of knives that I've got. I got lots of knives. Guys love knives. Bring them in. Here, let me show you a knife.
Okay.
So lots of knives all the time. Now we're down our electrical aisle. You can get electric. You come and get your receptacles, your switches, your zip ties are down this aisle as well. Folks, in the storms, when the storms happen, this place floods in
I'll
because
bet.
we've got the parts. So we keep lots of parts here on the shelf, but I keep more in the back to make sure that when catastrophes happen here in Lansing, big snowstorms, floods, things like that, we can help get those generators up and going,
Right.
With whatever plugs that they need.
Very cool.
Old Coleman parts. Okay, I've got old Coleman parts that you're not going to find anywhere out there. The old generator parts are hard to find.
Yeah.
And they're very unique, and people come to Vets for them all the time.
I'll bet. Yeah.
Then we get into our cleaning supplies.
Oh yeah, you gotta have that stuff.
We got a lot of the classics.
This is almost like a general store in some regards.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. Folks come in, they say, I can't find Sheila Shine anywhere.
Okay.
I hear the same thing with Brasso, Howard's wax. There's some products out there that you're just not going to find.
Well, how many vendors do you have calling on you for all this product?
Well, I've got a few. We
Yeah.
do some secondaries, but we do most of our ordering through Ace. Ace is celebrating their 100th anniversary this year.
So you're an affiliate of Ace Hardware.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. We're in a cooperative, and so we're partners with Ace.
Gotcha.
Hence the name Vets Ace. We're Ace branded.
Right.
We fly the Ace flag out front.
Yeah.
But for folks older than myself, this has always been known as Vets Hardware, and it will.
Yeah.
For the younger folks, they will often refer to us as Ace, and we wear that badge of honor as well.
Right. Right.
Maybe you need brushes or squeegees, this weird little brush that's just going to go into that little spot and things like that. These are hard to find, but we've got them here at Vets. And of course, this is our bolt aisle, nuts, bolts, screws.
Oh, Lordy.
I know some folks have got a few screws loose.
Yes.
But here at Vets,
There's
we can help
tons of
tighten
them.
them up.
Yes. Well, you're kind of overwhelmed with selection here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, where'd Rick Hansel go?
Well, I think he's out on the floor
Here
working.
he is, right here.
But,
But hashtag Quaker Family.
Yes,
Yeah.
Rick Hansel.
Okay.
Class of 69,
Yes,
70.
sir.
Class of
Okay.
69. went to
Okay,
school
Rick.
with,
Tom Crawford here.
Davey.
74. Yeah. So how long you worked?
Troy Ramey works here, class of 73.
Oh man, that Eastern connection,
Yeah,
baby.
Rick is also a talented musician. Been around in a couple bands around town for about 40 years, 50, 60 years.
So how long you worked here, Rick?
I retired from City of Lansing Parks and Recreation in 2010.
Okay, so you got
I've
14
been-
years in here.
Yep.
You just started. You're a rookie.
Yep,
Yeah,
I am a rookie.
What's the best thing about working here?
I think there's something going on every day. It's interesting. We get all kinds of customers that come in, and they appreciate all the help they get.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a lot of satisfaction in that, right? You've trained him right.
He's been
He
doing
didn't need
what he
training.
does for a long time, and
Yeah.
he does a great job. He
Yeah,
does a great job.
yeah.
So back here we've got our window and screen department.
Thanks, Rick.
It's like any old back room. It's a little bit overwhelming, but we do a
Right.
full. And here's another one that a lot of guys really appreciate. If you take a look at my back wall here, got a few big bucks
Oh
on
my,
the wall.
you have some contributors,
I've got a
or
friend.
you got yourself?
I've got a connection.
Okay.
And from Elysian Fields in Bellevue, Michigan. Very good friend of the family. They allow us to put their deer up on the wall, and if you're looking for a deer hunt, come and see me. I'll even be your guide. I'll take a day off of work.
Look at
and
you,
we'll,
man, Mr. Outdoorsman.
Man,
I'm talking to Morton F here. Yeah. Now you got some. You had some cool things up here, some pulleys and stuff. I wanted to see before we close this out.
Yeah, you never see. Do you see these anymore?
No,
Yeah,
no. That's
the old nail bends.
the old Bollards or Bollards had one of those things.
Yeah,
Yes, back in
they
France.
did. So we've got a few of those, and
Just dish them up, man.
Great. Yep. So
Yep.
up here, and I'd be foolish not to mention our barbecue department. Obviously, pellets, as well as charcoal, and a personal hand-selected by myself rubs and barbecue sauces. And I've got a nice selection in here. All of these are some of my favorites. I go to the Ace show. I just got back from the 100th anniversary, and I pick out 1 or 2 sauces each show that I love. And come on in, I'll set you up with your preferred.
Okay, so these some big ass pulleys here. Is that off some farm or something? What's going on here?
These are wherever we can find them. It's kind of a nice little collection, but I'm willing to.
So
part
this is
with
kind of
them.
like an antique store aspect of it.
Well,
Is it usable? Yeah, I
Oh,
guess.
absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So some guys will come in and they'll grab something like this for a smaller pulley that has a quick and easy stop, and they'll use that for deer hunting and pulling their deer up, and they just want to lock it off.
Gotcha.
But I'll have other guys that'll come in and they'll need something a lot larger to, pull their truck out of the ditch, or maybe
Yeah.
lift
Yeah.
an engine or something like
There
that.
you go. Wow, man, you got it all here, Shane. This is amazing.
It's been a blessing, and I feel like I couldn't have done this myself. This is over 7 decades of hardware, right?
Yeah.
Some of this stuff is from when my grandparents or my father, Dennis Perdue, class of '69 over there at Eastern.
Yeah.
He would go. He and my grandmother, they would go to old hardwares and that were closing down, and they would buy them up. And that's how we acquired such a diverse.
I was wondering how. I mean, because you just got sheer high volume inventory in here that looks like it was accrued over multiple years.
multiple decades.
Yeah.
Over 7 decades, and even myself, when I was a kid, I would go to the auctions with my old man, and he would find, he'd buy a whole entire aisle of something, and he'd say, "Get a box," and I was the runner, and I'd be taking it out to the truck. And I remember that to this day, and I'm happy to say I was fortunate to bring my kids and my wife to the 100th anniversary for Ace Hardware this past weekend as well. And it's nice to see my kids get involved.
Right, Gary. So my biggest takeaway in this interview with Shay is his passion. Have you seen the passion?
From the get-go.
Okay, so what? That's my takeaway, right? And as well as this incredible store. But what's your biggest takeaway? And you're a regular customer here. You got more.
It's just a diverse collection of everything they have. Vacuum cleaner bells to triangle dinner bells, and Shane's happiness to take care of people.
Yeah.
They're open. They're a service company. They're open for you. You don't need the big box stores. You can stop right here and support local. Support the small guy.
Yeah.
Support some. Quaker fellow workers.
Quaker fellow workers, baby. That's extra.
And Vikings too. I'm gonna gotta give every Viking shout out.
Okay.
Myself.
Hey, well,
Last
Lansing
93.
Public Schools, baby. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Lansing
Support
schools.
Yeah. Lansing bread. Yes, Lansing
indeed.
bread.
Yes,
Well, Shane, we really appreciate that. This has been absolutely terrific, and we're
I
going to get some more
appreciate
pictures
you guys
around
coming
here.
in.
And
We missed Ted a lot.
yeah,
We missed Teddy today. He's a big part of the show. I had some work to do, but this has been an exceptional one.
Yeah,
With Shane's knowledge, you knew he had to have vast knowledge from the years of service. It's just excellent. Support local folks.
there you go. All right, thanks so
I
much.
really appreciate it. Anything that we can do, and I use this as somewhat of a new catchphrase. Anything that we can do to help lift up Lansing.
Oh, loving it.
You like that?
I like it.
Lifting up Lansing here at Vets Hardware. Please let me know. Let me know how I can help you out. Be happy to do so.
All right.
It's my pleasure.
Thanks so much, Shane.
Thank you.